Well, welcome viewers to the Recalibration series from high output to sustainable desire. I'm Dr. JWA, you theologist. This is episode 5. Distance is not the enemy. And what if the desire you fear is the very thing your relationship needs? Let me rephrase that. What if the distance you fear is the very thing your relationship needs? I always said distance is a blessing. If it's in its right capacity. Distance where the person's actually gone and deleted the relationship, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about strategic distance within a relationship that enables you to give the other person space and yourself. Hobbies, things like this, making this video. My partner is doing her study while I do this. It's distance. And when constant proximity removes emotional and psychological space, connection converts into saturation. And saturation begins a predictable pattern of avoidance and reduced desire. Teaching point number 1. Constant closeness creates saturation. Okay? And when there is no break in access, emotional and physical connection lose contrast. And what once felt engaging begins to feel excessive, particularly for her. No space to reset. Familiarity overrides tension. See, tension's caused by distance. Good, positive tension. And presence becomes expected, not valued. Teaching point number 2, viewers. Space restores anticipation. Healthy distance allows the nervous system to reset and creates room for desire to rebuild naturally rather than being forced. Time apart increases appreciation. Emotional reset reduces fatigue. Desire rebuilds through absence. And that's a familiar saying, isn't it? Absence makes the heart fonder, isn't it? And it's real. It's not just a saying. Teaching point number 3. And you know, when you make space in a constructive way, not in a destructive way within the relationship, it resets the person's emotional structure. It recalibrates it. It renews it and reduces fatigue. Teaching point number 3, avoidance is often a response to overconnection. I'm going to say that again. Avoidance is often a response to overconnection. And when one partner feels saturated, usually the female, they create distance to regain balance, which is then misread as disconnection. And that's where we go wrong, us men. We misread what she's trying to do. Pullback is misinterpreted. Overcorrection increases pressure. Our overcorrection, see, instead of just going, hang on, this may not be a disconnection in the negative. And when we think that, we overcorrect and increase her pressure. And this cycle of pursuit causes her withdrawal to deepen. I've known men that have been split up with women, right? And all they've wanted is a break. But they've pushed and pushed and pushed. They've gone round with money. They've gone round with flowers. And it's the woman will take it because women are opportunists. But they also see a fool in that. They don't see strength. They see someone that doesn't even know who she is because they're not reading what she's saying. So let's reflect. Where might you be reducing attraction? By removing all space. You're taking the space away and you're taking the attraction away. So let me challenge you. Create intentional space this week. Time apart, reduced contact, or even non-engagement, and observe her emotional shift. Let me offer you a proverb. Absence sharpens what presence can dull. Now write this down, man. Absence sharpens what presence makes dull in a female. So in closing, if you fear distance and try to eliminate it, you will unintentionally create the very avoidance you are trying to prevent. But if you allow space to exist and resist the urge to fill every gap, you give desire the conditions it needs to return naturally and sustainably. I'm Dr. J.W. Ayub, theologist, otherwise known as Pro Bricky and Pro Theologist on Facebook and YouTube. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Recalibration from High Output to Sustainable Desire, episode 6. Safe doesn't heal unsafe. If you haven't liked or subscribed, press those buttons and help me to be encouraged. Bye for now.